So, hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. And yes, I'm live today to discuss you about Malta work permit processing. So, I know there's so many of you has a lot of questions about going to Malta. So, I'm here to answer one by one, and also I'm going to give you a tip how to apply your work permit successfully. Thank you for watching. Happy OFW family. So tomorrow is my LS because today I'm going to discuss about the work permit in Malta. So let's wait for our viewers. So if you have question, guys, can you please leave it in the comment? So I will answer all one by one, especially to those who have questions about application of work permit in Malta. So we will start soon, guys. Okay, so I will going to discuss a lot today because I have time. Because I'm always busy. So if you have questions, if you have comments or anything about working permit, if you already apply your work permit in Malta and you're waiting for the results and you have questions, just answer or just ask me. So I will going to answer you in a right way because I receive a lot of comments and PM regarding those who already applied to the agents and agencies, but then they paid a lot of money. So take note, guys, you don't need to pay money to the agents because you only need to pay is 280.50 euro for your working permit. So I will going to discuss everything, and as you can see on my screen, I will going to show you in the website of Identity Malta itself because Identity Malta is the government agency or government sector that are issuing working permit in Malta. So guys, everyone who are my subscribers, I know most of you are want to know about the work permit processing in Malta. So it is the time now, guys, for you to ask questions and anything because I will start soon, guys. All right. So we have 5 viewers here. So I think I'm going to start. So for everyone who don't watch the start or who will come late to watch my live stream about work permit in Malta, can you please replay again later? So for today's live stream, I'm going to tell you about how to apply job in Malta and how to apply the working permit. Okay guys, so first of all, I just want to share you what is Malta. All right, so I'm going to tell you what is Malta. So Malta is part of the European Union country and it is also part of the Schengen area. So Malta, if you have a valid Schengen area, or I mean Schengen visa, then you can freely move to all the European countries holding Malta Schengen visa. All right, guys. So Malta is a very small island, small country only. which lies in the Mediterranean Sea. So it is near Italy. So it's like very small country, very small island, but there's a lot of opportunity and there's a lot of so many jobs offered in Malta. That's why there are so many people who are working in Malta. And there's a lot of foreign workers because Malta, they love to hire foreign workers. And of course, priority will be the European country citizen. Okay, guys, so I will going to tell step by step how to apply in Malta. First, you must find the employer. Okay, so if you found the employer, then you got a job offer. All right. So after you find the employer, she gave you already the job offer, you will sign a contract and everything. And the employer first will gonna apply your working permit. Okay guys, so application of working permit is done by the employer, not by someone else in between. For example, you apply to an agent or you apply to an agency, it's not the agent who apply your working permit because they don't know. The authorized person who can apply your working permit is the employer. So guys, when your working permit is going to apply by your employer, you will gonna pay the work permit fee. So take note guys, the work permit fee is 280.50 euro. So there are companies that they pay this, but usually 98% the worker will pay the fee. Okay, so this is the first payment you need to pay. All right? Nothing else more because more than that is illegal. Because nowadays there's so many agents that collecting large amount of money in Malta. For example, they will recommend you to apply in Malta, but then first they will ask you money. For example, give me down payment of 500 euro and I will send your CV to an employer. So when the employer wants to apply your working permit, they will going to ask you again a money. But take note guys, 280.50 euro only the fee to apply in Malta. All right? Don't pay more than this because it's illegal. So the second thing is, but the question, how can you apply your working permit successfully in Malta? Okay guys, so I will going to give you a tips on how to apply the work permit in Malta successfully because there are so many chances that they will deny your working permit. Okay guys, so the first requirements in Malta is you must at least 3 years experience. Okay, so you must at least have 3 years experience if you apply any kind of job in Malta. For example, you want to apply as a cleaner in Malta. So cleaner, there's a lot of categories. It could be housekeeper, it could be room attendant, it could be office cleaner. As long as you are cleaning, it falls into the category of a cleaner. Okay? So you must have a valid certificate of employment for 3 years for you to qualify for a working permit. So it doesn't matter if you don't have education, it doesn't matter if you don't have certificate in the school, as long as you have experience or you have a training. If you don't have experience, you must have a training. Okay, guys, so how Identity Malta process the working permit? So I will going to tell you how they are process it, how they approve it. So take note, guys, that working permit in Malta, it takes minimum of 3 months before you get approved, and also minimum 3 months up to 6 months. So guys, it's very difficult to apply working permit in Malta if you have incomplete documents. Okay, so the step that Identity Malta will going to approve is they will verify your experience. So, for example, your employer requires 3 years experience. So you must have 3 years certificate. Then the Identity Malta will going to verify your experience. So usually they call the company, everything there through email, something like that, sometimes through phone, but usually they send an email. So they will going to verify your experience if it is correct or if it is true. So once the company that you worked before replied that you really worked for them, that you really had 3 years experience, then Identity Malta will approve your working permit. Just in case that your experience or your company before didn't respond to the email of Identity Malta because it's urgent, they will deny your work permit application and you will reapply again. And the fee is non-refundable. So guys, there are so many people doing techniques about application in Malta. So what are the techniques? So disclaimer in this video, disclaimer, I am not telling you to do these techniques because it's kind of something not good or let's say illegal to be properly term it. So I'm not suggesting you to copy it guys because it's not really good, but some people are doing it for the sake of working permit. For example, you really have 3 years experience, but your company don't want to respond to the email, so it's gonna be useless. So what they will gonna do, as I heard only, as I knew, to the foreign workers, especially Filipino people and other nationalities, not only Filipino people, what they are doing is they are making emails to exactly the same to their companies and phone numbers, something like that. So when Identity Malta send email that, oh, we are going to verify the experience of this person, would you confirm it if it is true? If they send an email like that, so they will be the one to reply to the email. Because even though you have 10 years experience, if the Identity Malta send a verification and your company won't respond and they don't send email to Identity Malta, it's useless guys. They will deny your visa. So most of the people, I can say like 80% are doing like this, so their work permit will approve. Okay, so you must take note of this one guys. So that's the first risk when you're applying in Malta. So you must make sure that your company will going to respond the email. Sometimes, if it is small company, they let the applicant receive the email and let them know, and they will gonna reply something like that. So you must know the technique or you must know the tips, guys, so that your work permit won't get denied. Because once you denied, once you get denied your working permit, then you will gonna start again, you will gonna pay again, it's cost of money. Okay guys, so the next information is, then you should make also your resume should be very simple. They don't like resume that is really really complicated, like you put everything in there in details, because your resume should be direct to the point. For example, you're applying for a cleaner, you must put the experience highlight. You must highlight your experience that you have a cleaner experience, and you can put the other experience um, on the side. Like if you are waitress, put everything. Because take note, guys, that when you're applying in Malta, everything you put in your resume, that should be one final decision. That should be very final. So they kept as a record in Identity Malta actually, and after that you can never change again your resume. So whatever you want to put, whatever the dates, especially the dates, the months and years, they are going to record it guys. So whatever you put in your resume, please make a copy. Because for example, you want to change employer and you edit your resume and you change it and you apply in Identity Malta, they will going to check again if you tamper your resume, or if you really make a fake resume, or if you create details in there. So for the very first time that you're going to apply a work permit in Malta, make sure that your resume is final. You need to arrange properly. You have a cleaner experience, every experience you should put in there. If you forgot something, that's fine as long as it's really correct with the dates, months, and year. The problem is if you have experience, example, you have experience waiter, and you put June 1, 1990, something like that, and they keep a record. On the next application, you change it, the position, plus you change the dates and the year. That is illegal, guys. They will going to deny you and you cannot work there. So be very careful. So that's the tips, guys. Okay. So your resume should be very simple and not too complicated. So be honest. So you should be honest in your resume and you should have at least 3 years experience. Also, the good news is there are some companies in Malta who don't require 3 years experience, like no experience needed. So how is that? So how can you apply for this? For example, from my company, so it's a factory, like they don't need a 3 years experience because the employer will gonna give you a certificate that you will undergone a training. So you will undergone like 1 week training, something like that, and training is provided, no 3 years experience required. So Identity Malta will going to accept that. So they don't need your education, they don't need your experience, something like that. So you are lucky if you found employer like that. So mostly in factories, it's something like that, mostly. So if you want to go in Malta, very easy, try guys to work as a factory worker because cleaners, housekeeping, and room attendants, mostly 98%, they require 3 years experience if you go there. And if you have 3 years experience, and if that is required, no, what you can do or what's gonna happen is verification. Experience verification by Identity Malta through your company. They send email. If they don't reply, they will deny your application, and you will gonna reply. I will gonna apply again until your company will reply to the email. So that's the risk. So you must inform your company of your experience that you are waiting for the email, that you're expecting for a reply, something like that, so that they know and your work permit application will not be denied. Okay? So now you need to pay 280.50 euro. That's it. That's only the payment. And after the employer submit the working permit application, you need to wait for 3 months, sometimes 6 months. And there are so many instances and cases that the work permit has been approved in a year. But that's very, very rare. Mostly 3 months, 3 to 6 months, something like that. So if you apply to an agency or to an agent and they will accept your application and it takes so long that you don't have working permit, don't you worry guys. As long as it is within 6 months, you're in safe hands. But more than that, something wrong with it. So you need to worry. Okay. So they will apply your single work permit in Identity Malta agency and you should ask the official receipt. Okay guys, so when your employer apply your working permit, you have a receipt of your payment. So 280.50 euro, you have the receipt of it. The employer will gonna give you, so it's legal. Okay, so if you apply to an agency and they will collect you more than 280.50 euro, then don't pay it. Or it's up to you guys, it's all your own risk. Okay, I'm not telling that you don't apply to anyone else or to somewhere else, but it's all up to you. It's your own risk if you want to give a money more than that. Take note, euro is big. So especially in Asian country, euro exchange is really, really big. In Philippines, let's say, for example, 1 euro is 56. So take note, it's really big, guys. So, okay, so Identity Malta is the government agency that receives the application. They will also approve the working permit and also they will going to issue the residence permit and work permit in Malta. So as you can see guys on your screen is Identity Malta. That is the government agency or government sector issuing working permits, residence permits, something like that. So they are the only one legit. So if Identity Malta will not give work permit, then your employer cannot do anything. They can't hire you. Okay, so you need to wait for 3 months, as I have said, or even longer. I said already. So let's say, for example, you already approve your working permit. So then congratulations. So your employer will gonna receive a letter. So it's like a notification letter that your application has been acceded to, or has been approved, or has been granted, or has been considered, something like that. So they will consider your application, and you will see, okay? And then you will receive a letter, approval letter. So I have my videos, I have all my vlogs about the application permit of working permit and also Schengen visa. Please watch all my vlogs, guys, because it's very, very important, very, very transparent, and very honest information I put in there. Okay, so if you are applying in Malta, drop by to my channel for complete information. Okay, guys. So they will approve. They will receive a letter. Your employer will receive a letter. So now it's time for you to apply for your Schengen visa. So the Schengen visa for this working permit is category D. So it's employment purposes. Okay, because you cannot come in Malta for tourist visa and after that you need to find a job. You will find a job and apply. No, if you are in tourist visa and you come in Malta, and you wish to apply for a job, let's say you found a job, but Identity Malta cannot accept your work permit application because you hold a Schengen visa category C, that is tourist visa. So you must leave the country and you need to go back to the country with a proper visa because visa conversion doesn't exist in Malta. There's no such things like that. So you must put in your mind that no tourist visa allowed to work in Malta. So don't come in Malta for tourist visa. Category C. You need to go for category D visa for employment purposes. Okay, guys. So finally, you got your approval. So your employer will give you all the documents for visa. So the employer will gonna give you the approval letter. So can you please write on your paper the approval letter? Second is the Schengen travel insurance policy. So you need to pay this guy. Second payment is your health insurance policy. That is minimum of 140 euro up to 250 euro only. So that is only the maximum amount of health insurance policy. So you need that for your visa application. And next is your original passport plus your colored passport. Okay. And also employer's invitation letter. So yeah, the employer will gonna give you invitation letter that they're inviting you for employment purposes, that they are inviting you to come in Malta to take up your employment. So she must indicate there that you are going to work for them, that you have a contract and you have the salary, how much and per hour, and also how much the hours that you work, minimum, something like that. It should be indicated completely there because the embassy cannot accept if it is incomplete as well. Okay. So next is letter of proof of employment in Malta. So you have the employer's invitation letter plus your employer should make a separate proof of employment letter. Next is letter of accommodation in Malta. This is very, very important. Proof of accommodation or the declaration of proof. So your employer must arrange a house or apartment for you upon arrival in Malta. So you need this letter. So it means that you're going to stay in Malta legally, that you have house there for a year. So it should be minimum of 1 year. And also other document is necessary if needed. So your employer will gonna give you more documents if it is needed. Okay, guys. So now, if your complete papers already, everything is complete, everything is ready. So now you must go to VFS Global for your visa application. Okay, so VFS Global is the only authorized agency or visa application center that accepts visa application of the Schengen area because you cannot go directly to Malta Embassy because the Malta Embassy appoints VFS Global to receive visa application. And then guys, the VFS Global will going to forward your application in Malta Embassy. So if VFS Global approve all your papers, so 100%, the embassy will gonna give you the visa. Because VFS Global job was to check everything, check every single details of your requirements if it is complete. So if it is ready for visa, then you are in safe hands. So expect that your visa will gonna be approved. So third payment, you need to pay your own visa. So that depends on your own country, how much the equivalent of visa fee in your VFS Global. So you must call the VFS Global in your own country. You cannot apply to any other agencies or visa application center. Only one authorized, only VFS Global, nothing else more. Okay, so I will going to explain this because I received a private message from Indian National. He's asking help for me because he applied a job in Malta February, but then he applied for an agent. So it's two-person. So he told me the story and it was very, very wrong. And he paid like 8 lakh of their money. So it's like 800,000 of his money, Indian money, something like that. And then this person, the agent told him that his paper is will going to stamp by the embassy and for verification, and after that they will going to send in India to collect the visa in embassy. It is very, very wrong, guys. It's not true. That's not the correct process. And also he told me that the agent will give the work permit. It is not true, guys, because there is no agent give work permit, okay? Only employer will apply your work permit in Identity Malta. So the employer will gonna give the application personally in Identity Malta. And then also no interview for the applicants for working permit. Take note, guys, no work permit interview from the embassy. So employer only will go personally to Identity Malta and they will going to receive that from the employer. And Identity Malta will give the work permit. They are going to approve. So not the agent, not the agency. Take note, guys. Okay, so when you receive the application by the Identity Malta, so they will going to approve it. Okay, next payment is the travel insurance, as I have said. So those are you need to going to pay. And what else? So your visa fee. So when your visa is ready, actually my visa, I got it in 5 days only because I applied in Dubai because that time I was working in Dubai when I got an employment in Malta and I applied in VFS Global Dubai and after 5 days, exactly 5 days, they deliver my passport with visa in my address, exactly 5 days. So everything is complete, 100% sure they will gonna give your visa, guys. So don't worry. So, and what else? So if you go to apply your visa, make sure that you have a complete documents. Okay, guys. So you need only to pay 280.50 euro for your work permit, 140 up to 250 euro for your travel insurance, and your visa fee. So when you receive your visa, you will buy also your own ticket. Okay, that depends on the price. Sometimes it's 400 euro. It depends on the price of the airlines. It's not always the same. It's changing. Okay, guys. So when you're already ready, the visa, it's ready. Everything, you need to fly now. So, okay, welcome to Malta. So you need to fly now to Malta. So when you arrive in Malta, you must report to your employer. Of course, they were gonna pick you up in the airport and blah, blah, blah. So what you're gonna do is you must go for medical. So the medical is just x-ray only. So make sure that you don't have problems in your lungs. No scar, no anything, no problem from your lungs because they have a very high technology of chest x-ray in Malta that even the simple problem when it comes to your lungs, they will send you home. they don't accept you to work in Malta. That's how strict when it comes to chest X-ray. Nothing else more, nothing else more, only chest X-ray. But that depends on how you work. If you work in food industry or in home care industry, you need a HIV test and Hep B test and also vaccination. Only like that. But for any other job, only you need chest X-ray. So when you arrive in Malta, all your documents that you apply for a visa, keep a copy with you, and then with your travel insurance and everything. So you must report to Identity Malta. So guys, you must report to Identity Malta. Why? Because you need to apply now your residence permit. So guys, residence permit, because you need this to stay in Malta for 1 year. That is the validity of employment in Malta, a year. Your visa is only 90 days. That is only to enter in Malta. That is not your residence permit. That is only your entry visa to stay in Malta, to go there because you have a job offer. So when you arrive in Malta, you will collect your residence permit for 1 year. Okay. So you must apply personally in Identity Malta for your working permit, because you need to show the letter, the work permit approval letter. You need to show in Identity Malta, because they will issue you your working permit, and every requirements they will collect it. So when everything is ready, they will give you the interim permit. So guys, what is the interim permit, or this is commonly called blueprint? So when everything is okay, then they will going to give you a temporary permit that is valid for 3 months. So your Schengen visa now is nothing, because you already have a blueprint copy. That is your temporary permit in Malta. Okay. So this temporary permit in Malta, it allows you to work. So you can start working now, because there is a stamp on the paper that you need to work now. You are now legally working in Malta, something like that. So you need to wait for 3 months or more. Let's say 3 months, 3 to 4 months before your residence card will be available for pickup. So you will going to receive on the address of your accommodation or of your apartment, because that's why you need a proof of accommodation, because in the application of your working permit you need the address in Malta, because they will going to send all the details or all the result of your application in your letter box in your address. Okay, so you will going to receive a letter. It's like an approval letter that you can now collect your residence permit. So guys, if you're going to collect your residence permit, you must present the letter plus your blueprint plus your passport in Identity Malta, and they will going to give you the residence permit in Malta. Okay guys, so that is the process of application in Malta. So you need only to pay for your X-ray, I forgot to tell, 60 euro. Okay, so if we're going to compute, so I will going to compute if how much, let's say 280.50 euro for your working permit, let's say 250 for your travel insurance, plus let's say 120 euro for your visa, plus 60 euro for your X-ray, plus let's say for example your ticket is 500 euro. So you need only to pay 1,210 euro in total. In total, guys. So 1,200 euro only in total. So this is the only payment that you need to pay, nothing else more. But there are so many agents or agencies collecting 10,000 euro. So that's why I'm making a vlog or I'm making a video. So you need to know the truth and you need to know the real process in Malta. Okay, guys. So I want also to tell you that put in your mind that when you apply for a work permit in Malta, you must inform your work experience that you are waiting for a reply, for an email from Identity Malta, that your company should respond to the email of Identity Malta. Okay, guys, now I want to show you something to a website of Identity Malta, the process. So now I will going to show you what I told you is exactly the same what is Identity Malta website. So this is the website, guys. I will going to open it for you. Okay, guys, so it says in the website that the expatriates unit is involved in the legal migration process and caters for the processing and issuing of residence documentation. So it says it involves the implementation of provision of national legislation with regards to the EU nationals' freedom of movement and other regulation concerning third country national residence documentation. So guys, all people who work in Malta is called third country nationals. Okay, so third country nationals are nationals who are not from the EU or who are not from the European Union. Okay, so I will going to show you here applying for a single permit. Okay guys, it says here the single permit authorized third country nationals to legally reside and take up employment in Malta for a defined period. To subsidiary legislation 217.7, third country national may submit an application while they are still abroad or legally staying in Maltese territory. Okay, guys, so this is the application that I told you just a while ago. So this is called still abroad application, meaning to say you are not in Malta. You are in your own country or wherever you are, but you're applying for a working permit. Okay, so application for a residence permit should have to be endorsed by the employer. Okay, it says by the employer. And the permit would cease to apply if the applicant would no longer remain. So it says here like the single permit does not entitle holders to carry out paid duties assigned by other third parties than the identified employer, unauthorized work related to the specific employment. Yes, guys, because in Malta, if you apply for working permit for a cleaner, you can only work as a cleaner. You can also work as a part-time as a cleaner as long as it is under the category of a cleaner, of a cleaning housekeeping. You cannot work to other work. For example, your work permit is cleaning and you want to work to other job as factory workers. This is illegal, guys. So this is not allowed. If you want to apply for a part-time job that is not exactly the same as your work permit, then you need to apply for a separate permit of part-time. So there is a part-timer permit in Malta. Okay, so this is the step one. I told you already. Now we're going to read in the website of Identity Malta if I'm telling the truth. Okay. So first, application stage. Employers would need to fill the CEA Form C and submit the necessary documents. So you need to fill up the application form, which I told already. So the expatriates unit or the Identity Malta receives application from Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Applicants have to pay an application fee of 280.50 euro. Guys, look, it says here 280.50 euro. And payments are only accepted by means of cash or check payable to Identity Malta Agency. Okay, so it's already in the website of Identity Malta that you need only to pay 280.50 euro, nothing else more, for the working permit. So step 2, processing of application. If the application is successfully approved, Identity Malta will send an official invitation letter. So that's what I'm telling you, that the letter, approval letter, they will send to your employer. Within 60 days of the dated letter, applicants who require a visa to enter Schengen territory would need to present this letter alongside with their visa application. So I told you guys that this letter is very important in your application because this is really, really, really important. Okay? Because this is the notification that you can enter legally in Malta or they're inviting you to come in Malta. So you must first apply for your Schengen visa. It says here, require, look, it is a require a visa to enter Schengen territory. So I highlighted already, guys. Okay. And also it says here the invitation letter will include instruction and condition on how to proceed to Malta. Okay. And you must apply to the Maltese consulate or Maltese embassy for the visa. That's what I'm told you now through VFS Global. So finalizing of the application is step 3. Once all necessary verification and assessments are carried out, successful still abroad applicants may proceed to Malta provided that they have the necessary authorization to enter the Schengen territory. So it is required that you need to have your own valid Schengen area, Schengen visa. So look that you may have provided the necessary visa. Okay, guys, please check your visa properly. Now, upon their arrival, they would need to finalize their application locally and are provided with a temporary authorization to work. So I told you already, they will give you the blueprint. So that is the temporary authorization to work until the residence permit is issued, so in card format. So while waiting for your residence card, you need to work with this authorization, temporary authorization letter. So as I told you already, so the temporary authorization to work is granted on the provision that the original employer who originally endorsed the application shall submit an engagement form to Jobs Plus. Okay, guys, ayan. So, when you are already granted the blueprint, your employer now will gonna send this a copy to Jobs Plus, meaning to say you are now in Malta legally. So, they will register you through Jobs Plus. Okay. So, the temporary authorization to work is not substitute to a single permit. This document is not fit to travel and failure comply with condition stipulated with the result in the revocation of the permit. Okay, guys, it means that your blueprint cannot allow you to travel in the Schengen area. So you need only to stay in Malta if your visa is expired. But if you have still a valid Schengen visa, you can freely go to any other Schengen territory. But take note that your visa is only single entry. Okay, guys, so if you have question about visa, you can come and you can also refer to my videos about visa application. Okay, so next. So the single permit is renewed, so that's for renewal. So I'm going to, so yeah, that's it, guys. So yes, it says here right to equal treatment. I will go into topic also this one. All third country national who are legally residing and working in member states shall enjoy a common set of rights on the basis of equal treatment with the national of the host member states. Okay, guys, so it means that if you are in Malta and you hold a valid residence permit, you can freely travel to any European country without restriction as long as your work permit or your residence card is valid. Okay, guys, so this is the information, the complete, honest, and transparent information about application in Malta. Okay, guys, so you need to be careful when you're applying in Malta because there's so many people who really taking advantage. Okay, guys, so now I will going to send you answers. So I will going to read your messages here. So it says like he is a Filipino. Hello, open na po ba yung processing dyan? May kuya po ako dyan kasi bus driver siya sa Malta Public Transport or MPT. Andito ako now sa Kuwait working. Kabayan, it's not yet open, the working permit as of now because of COVID-19. Since you have a brother in Malta, you can apply for family visit visa because family visa is allowed to work. So I have a video of that. Can you please refer to my vlog how to apply for a family visa and how to invite your family and friends in Malta? So it's very easy. It's more easier because you need to apply directly your visa, and after you arrive in Malta, you must apply personally for a job, and if you found job, you can directly apply for your working permit because family and friends visa is allowed to work. There's no restriction on work permit application. So you can work freely under family visiting family and friends visa. So if you have a brother in Malta, it's better if you can apply for a family visa because it's easy. It's so easy. I tried already, guys. So I already approved my family in Malta. So I already get them visa. I helped them already. So I brought my family in Malta. So it's very easy. So next question. Yeah, you don't need an agency po because agency collects a lot of money. If you have a brother, you can save a lot of money. Promise, believe me. Question, how can I apply as factory worker? So I told you already, try to apply online. And recently, I recommend applicants, but now I temporarily stop because the work permit is stopped. So even though you found a lot of employer, you can't proceed because there's no application of work permit for now. So you need to wait, guys. Yeah, I told you already, try to apply online or because I'm personally recommending applicants. So try to follow my video. What are the rules there? And I will going to recommend, but not for now because I'm temporarily stopping it because we don't have work permit for now. So even though you apply a lot of employers, you can't proceed. You cannot proceed with your application. You're still on pending because Identity Malta is closed for now. So yes, guys, I will going to share information in my channel, in my YouTube channel, in my vlog about complete information in Malta. So please always check my channel. Please always watch my videos because I put every information you need, everything you want, everything you need, complete information, transparent and honest information is all complete in my vlog, guys. So before you apply in Malta, think first, or before you apply, if you're thinking, if you're planning to apply in Malta, go first to my channel and watch every videos about Malta so you know, and then you decide if you want to go in Malta because there are so many human trafficking issues in Malta, so you need to be very careful. Okay, guys, can't find the family visit visa. I have the videos of family visit visa, how to apply for a family visa in Malta. Just try to find in my vlog. Everything is complete. So guys, why I'm helping everyone about working permit application in Malta? Because it's very hard to earn money because personally I try myself how to apply in Malta and how to work in Malta. Because when I apply in Malta, I take the stepping stone as a housekeeper or let's say room attendant in hotel, but it's a very very tough and very very hard job. But since I want to go in Europe and I want to enter in Schengen area, I took that stepping stone and I grabbed that opportunity. That's why I'm enjoying my rides in Europe, in Schengen area. But it's really hard to earn money, guys. And I felt sorry to those people who really paid a lot to an agency or agents just to go in Malta. That's why I found a way to tell the exact process and payments about going to Malta because I can. Because all the information that I'm putting in my channel is based on my real experience. And everyone or everything that I'm telling, that I'm talking, is just all based on my experience, guys, in Malta. So I am not like creating stories or information. So it's all based on my experience. And I saw a lot of people struggling so much. And I saw a lot of people, they work so hard in Malta. And after that, they're only going to pay thousands of euro to agents. It motivates me. That's what motivates me to make a vlog about Malta. So it's like I want to be my vlog like an online library, or I want my vlog to be an online stop shop, something like that. Online one-stop shop for information in Malta, something like that. Whether you like it or not, I will keep on giving information about in Malta. Okay, guys. So I already said, Mr. Wild Scratch, please make a video how to get employer. I have a video of that already for a long time ago, how to get employer in Malta. But it's like jobs available in Malta plus salary plus benefits. I put all the websites that you need to apply there, all the employers I include in my channel. So kindly please check my channel. Also drop by in my page, Trisha Malta Vlog, because I recently posted a job for drivers, because you can apply directly to Malta Public Transport. So it's not on my line, but I saw a job vacancy. So I just posted on my page. So maybe it can help you to go in Malta to find employer. At least I can help something. So if you have more questions, more and more and more and more questions, leave a questions that is related to your questions on my video. Just for example, I am cooking. I'm doing a cooking video, and there are someone who is commenting there like, how can I apply visa? So my viewers are really can't relate to your question, guys. So will you please comment or send your concerns according to the video, according to your concerns, something like that, in a proper videos, in my proper vlogs. So, yes, keep on supporting my channel because, so what else? Maybe I cannot. Okay, guys, I just want also to put disclaimer that I'm not an agent nor a recruitment representative or recruitment agency representative, something like that. Because I already live in Malta. I experienced by myself everything. I was exposed to this environment, so I'm only telling the truth. I'm only telling the exact information. Okay, guys? So I cannot guarantee a job for you. I cannot guarantee if I recommend you. I cannot guarantee that employer will 300,000% that they will hire you. That still depends on the employer. So it's still employer's decision. That's why I decided temporarily to stop recommending, because still applicants is pending because everything is closed in Malta. So if you have questions, can you please share also this video, guys, because I want all the people know the exact and process of application in Malta, especially in working permit. So guys, if you have any questions more, because I will going to end it soon, because I will going to focus more things, more projects, something like that. I'm so busy, but I'm still doing my best to bring you the latest and the freshest news in Malta. Okay, guys, so that's what I show you. Always take a look, okay? The website. See, it's already included in the website 280.50 euros. So before you apply in Malta, guys, please make sure that you are applying in a proper way or in a correct way.